Hello.
So welcome to Happy Hour.
Welcome to our channel.
Yes.
Another week of the ladies.
What episode is it now? Episode 5, right?
Yes.
Episode 5.
Season 3.
Yeah, we just want to say thank you guys so much for watching our videos, for all the subscribers, for the new followers on Instagram. Guys, if you want to watch the full videos, please press the link on our bio to go to the YouTube page. And when you go to the YouTube page, you can catch up on all the reviews we've done before. Please hit that subscribe button. We're thinking of running some sort of competition for subscribers. We are thinking roughly picking random numbers when we get to 1,000 followers.
Yeah.
And providing vouchers for those. But we'll let you guys
talk
know
about it.
We are just going to review this episode of the Real Housewives of Joburg. Of Durban. Yeah, Russian Joburg. Okay, that's to come. But yes, Durban.
So we start off with Jojo and Maria on that go-kart ride.
Yeah, it was a very superficial conversation. I'm really not sure why Jojo is fascinated with all these surgeries, as long as she's happy and she has the money to do them.
No, I think Maria was also bored. She was just like, there's nothing necessarily to talk about. Jojo just wanted to show her the house, but Maria didn't seem that interested. I felt like Maria threw a lot of jabs there.
Yeah, I also feel like I think maybe even discussing plastic surgery with Maria was a bit jabby of Jojo. Because I feel like obviously we can see that Maria has had some work done, honey.
But that's what brings them together, that they do work. They get stuff done, which is sometimes unnecessary, but hey, if it makes you happy,
if it makes you happy, girl,
do it.
Yeah, but I think that's the first time that we got to see that they were friends.
Yeah.
Which I guess gave us context of the other the rest of the episode, right? We know how that went, but I did not know that they were friends.
Yeah. Well, friendship, yeah, but I think it's still to be tested.
Yeah. Okay.
The show.
You know what? I love Mbali. I know we don't get to see Mbali a lot.
A lot, yeah.
But when she shows up, okay, I love the way she speaks. I love how poised she is. I love how calm she is. And I love the fact that she was honest without being brutal.
She hit it on the nail. On the nail. She's like, I just feel like she needed that. She needed somebody to be firm, because Umbali was very firm with her. She was just like, listen, this is how people feel, this is how you approach people, this is how you act, and boom, you can't defend yourself, and I think there's something wrong with you and you need help. Yeah, but I get that part when she said she needed help, because only a miserable person, like really you have to be very miserable and bitter to just attack somebody that you do not know from above.
But again, Sane, you might not like to hear this again. People don't like you, and at least you heard it, because now you can't attack people and think people will like you. She said she doesn't feel like she owes all of the girls an apology.
But she does owe them an apology, because even if we were friends, you have no right to come at me that way, even if Sabakan. The worst part is that they're not even friends with these girls. She knows nothing about their lives besides what she reads on social media, and then she attacks them based on social media.
And by the way, she's the one who called Umbali to ask, why isn't anyone inviting me anyway? Well, people aren't inviting you anyway because, girl, they don't like you. And Mina, I'm not as graceful as Umbali. I will tell you now, Uguti, you deserve to be on Moja Love. That's the channel you need to be on, not this one. There are people who will love you. There's audiences that will love you. This is not the right audience. This is not the right platform. I heard Jub's contract's not being renewed. No, really, that's where she deserves to be. And it's your turn. We find a relationship about laphayana ke abantu bayacela ukuthi bayifake ukuthi ungene kwi relationship yabo, so okay mhlawumbe uzosizakala kangcono lapho.
Anyway, we move swiftly along to Jojo and her husband.
Okay, yeah.
I think with Jojo, that conversation was unnecessary. I feel like they've spoken about this whole thing, what she said, he said. It's done. It's dusted. Move on. Don't you and your husband have better things to speak about than to talk about the same conversation 50 million times? Leave it.
Yes, I think
what are you trying to prove?
I think what she was trying to do is to get Calvin on camera again saying this, because it seems as if people were just like, this poor man gets dragged into her drama every season.
But why? Why do you want to get Calvin to speak on camera about something that you have spoken about, that you've thought about?
To get the story straight.
No, what story?
She's right.
What's the story?
That she's right.
No, I think she's just... So let's just move on swiftly from this, because there's nothing more to be said. It's just that. Okay, that was so wrong that now needs to be clarified. Did she say she wants Calvin? No. She even said it to her face. Your husband is not my kind of guy.
I don't think she even thinks Jojo. She doesn't like you. She'll find a reason. She's like a dog with a bone, and she'll pick at it because she doesn't like you. So she must convert everybody to not like you as well.
Well,
that's honestly what I think. So guys, they always say that sometimes there's trouble in paradise. I don't know if you've only been dating for 2 months with like Nongo and her man.
No, but it seems like she's been dating for him for 2 months. She's been dating him for a couple of weeks.
Yeah,
how long have you been dating?
Straight. They really can't get their story straight. But also guys, okay, so this is I've noticed there's this thing, right, where women want a traditional alpha man. Like, you want a guy that provides, you want a guy that looks a certain way, that will treat you a certain way, right? But somewhere along the line, it seems like as women, we feel like we are entitled to that. And now you're dating a traditional man, but ufuna wena uphila impilo, you want to live a life that is different from what a traditional man will want. Require. It seems as if when it comes to relationships, nobody cares what the man wants. They must just provide. But I'm sorry, if you're dating a traditional man, there are things that will be unacceptable to him, just like there are things that are unacceptable to you, you know? For example, if you're dating a traditional man, they might not want you to be shaking your booty in the club. And yes, you can do whatever you want to do. Girls, I believe that you should do whatever you want to do. But don't try and force a traditional man to accept that, because you don't want to accept that. So what needs to happen is, when you want to live that type of lifestyle, you must try and find a man that's not traditional, that will be okay with that lifestyle. And the problem is, women, we don't want that. We want the traditional man to accept our nonsense, or their things that they don't want, and that's just not fair. So if an uncle doesn't want to be a traditional woman, why is she dating this man?
But I feel like this cat, when they were chatting and courtshipping, the guy was open about who he is. Even the first time we saw the guy on TV, he was quite open about that he's traditional, and he believes in a traditional woman, and he believes in submission, and so how is an uncle falling in love, or whatever she's feeling, for a man who his core being is being a traditional man and submission and being submissive? But then she says that's not what she wants. Then who's she falling for?
Then don't confuse things. Then don't date somebody you don't want. Don't. That make things easier for everyone. He will find a woman that's willing to do those things. Trust and
because
believe.
She's not. Because then she can't say I love him or I like him. But what do you like, since you don't like the core values of his life over every day?
Exactly.
I think it's okay.
Yeah, and apparently his package.
Hey guys,
oh Jehovah.
Well, so we'll get on to the next clip there that we see. It's Maria and Sarusha.
I'm so glad they finally spoke.
I'm Maria, I'm Tando Sarusha. I am love sis. I think she wanted this friendship, which is a good thing. It's working.
Yeah, I think she was upset because she expected that Sarusha would warm up to her.
Yeah.
And when she didn't, she was just like, oh my gosh, you know. But Sarusha, she's so nice. She bought a gift and she just cleared the air, even though she felt offended still. Which
I don't think she should have felt offended. Because, didn't say anything bad. She's just simply saying, I feel like you just ignored me, or I feel like you didn't want to make an effort with me. And then Sarusha maybe took it a bit personal, but she admits on another end by saying, I didn't know you.
Yeah.
So I would
right?
probably just ignored you because I'm was.
But what was that discussion about? You had a different name. What was that?
Oh yes,
That was a bit jabby.
Yeah, but she did have a different name. She says Kate baptizer Washington, which I think is rubbish.
It's weird.
She wanted to change her name. Period. It's not about being baptized. I want to produce every day. There's no need to change your name. Honestly, I think okay, she just wanted to change her name.
Hopefully their friendship will blossom, gay. And I just like, okay, so then we see Annie and her man having a
Chilling.
cute little
Door vibes.
indoor date.
I think Annie is trying to show us a different side of her.
Yeah.
You know, by not necessarily being with the girls all the time. She's just showing up lapana lapaya. And she just wants us to see that she's not the evil Annie that she was last season.
That laughter is crazy.
Yeah, I think I'm
Yeah, I think,
like she really felt
but
pressure.
See, that's the thing about being a mean girl. If you're a mean girl, you must own it, and you must
be able to take it.
Yeah, you must be sure which you're a mean girl, because people will fight back, and then she'll feel. I think she felt it. She like after the season wrapped, she was just like, yo, people saw me like this. Let me just.
I think Nai, she revisited the scenes and saw herself in a different light.
Behavior.
And she wanted us to see that she is not just mean, but she's a mom and she's a wife and she's a friend. And I like the side of her, but she must just balance it out.
Yeah.
She mustn't be too this or too that.
Still give us reality TV.
Yeah, still give us reality TV. As for the Dubai trip, got 2 days.
But again, guys,
They could have just went to Cape Town.
physical touch is also my love language. Like, you know, booty rubs
Touching
all day, every day.
Touch me there and then.
Yes,
That's
definitely
cute.
physical. But yeah, guys, the men. Well, she did the date, right? So you can't say the men must take notes. But guys, still take notes.
Take note. It was so romantic, even though it was indoors.
Ordering
She
in.
bought in, but she made it really special.
Just that effort of setting the table, the candle, the like dinner situation and vibes. It was really, really nice and beautiful.
Well done, Annie.
Yeah, and it shows that she still needs your laugh, signature laugh. It also shows that you do need communication, even in your marriage. You know, even if you guys are busy, make time for each other. Do those little things. Find a way to spend time and communicate. I think it is so important.
It's vital. Yeah. And then we go straight to Usurisha, Usli, and Maria again.
Yeah, I think what I liked about that conversation is that Usli tried to understand Jojo, because she was like, what is the friendship like with Jojo? Guys, tell me. Just so that she can, see if she's doing the wrong thing. And of course, Maria
obviously took Jojo's side. Most probably just because they're friends and she knows Jojo differently than what. But I think at the end of the day, the girls really established the truth that which is a fact. I really believe that Nungu is a fact.
I don't think it's
a factor.
Nungu.
And Jojo is over.
This is only working because Jojo is so gullible. It's easy to bait her.
But no, we am Tanda Jojo friend.
Really?
We am Tanda Jojo.
For the show?
Yes, we am Tanda Jojo, for whatever reason.
By the way, Jojo, thank you for not coming back. She went on a live and she said she's not coming back.
Bye, girl.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
We're very happy to see you go.
But again, at least I think at some point she'll look at this and feel like she really put Usli under the bus.
Yeah, she did. You don't introduce your friend and say, oh, by the way, I don't like her. Or she doesn't like you.
She created this thing.
No, she created this drama for sure. She created this drama. And I find it funny how Jojo can then have a jacuzzi party, and at that jacuzzi party have Annie and Nunku, solely for the purposes of recruiting Annie to not like Usli, because she didn't care that Nunku and Annie don't like each other and don't want to be around each other. She just wanted to make sure I have all of my alliances. It's like she's playing Survivor.
But it's not being a friend when you're inviting two people that don't get along and you don't tell any of them. Yang surprise when I'm already there.
I don't know any friends that I don't like. But don't invite me if you're going to be with a friend that I don't like. Although I don't know any of your friends that I don't like. But
okay, then we go straight to, the jacuzzi moment. that Unonko had with
The jacuzzi moment.
Yeah, when it was Jojo and
oh, sorry, yes,
and
yeah.
thing
Annie
and Annie and Nonku.
Yeah,
I feel like Nonku try. I think Nonku really likes Annie. I feel like she wants to be friends with Annie, but friendly Annie I'm for Nonku.
No,
because she keeps on saying Annie is so fragile and sweet.
She's
and
saying
kind.
that because she knows that Annie doesn't want to hear that she's fragile. She's antagonizing her. They don't like each other, and it's okay. They're grown adults. They don't need to like each other. I don't think they like each other.
As for
I think they've
letting us know.
I think they've tried. They've
and it's not working.
Genuinely tried, and it didn't work out. And so it's like, whatever, girl.
No, go letting out the ganda and in conversation.
That's okay. Personally, ne? Please don't ever talk about your man's abilities
to your friend.
To your friends. Don't. We don't want to hear it. Not because okay, let me say this. Don't specifically talk about your man.
Yeah.
Like if you're dating X, for example, don't specifically tell me about X. We can be having a conversation. About just that, because girls kiki and we whatever. And you can talk about your experience. I've known you for 10 years. You've dated 5 guys. I might not know who you're talking about. Like, I feel like it's just, I don't know. I just feel like, okay, maybe that's taking it a bit too far because we do want to talk. But there's certain things you don't have to tell us.
I feel like because we're not friends, it's an awkward conversation.
Yes.
If we are friends or friends, we don't have to go into specifics, but you can say, girl.
But don't tell us about the size of your man's. That's enough.
There's nothing wrong with saying that. But you don't need to go.
Yeah, because what do you want me to do with that information?
But see, conversations going to conversations.
What do you want me to do with that information?
But I think it depends on the friendship that you guys have, period.
Yeah.
If you feel comfortable enough in a secure place where you trust your friend with this information, whatever that you feel like you want to say,
I just feel
you can say it. But
when size is involved,
don't go there.
I don't kiss and tell. And we don't want to know because we are friends, and literally that information is useless to us. You can tell us you're happy in that department, and then we can talk about
happy. Also, it's okay.
Yes, you don't have to tell us about size, please, because now if it's not there, then. But anyway,
okay. As moving swiftly along, we go straight to Sarisha, Maria, and Jojo. I feel like Jojo sneaked into the house because she wanted to know if they're talking about her period. Which is I feel like just in time we have a conversation about her.
And what about that? Were you drinking at my events? Is that why you're behaving that way?
I think so. I think Sarisha is trying to establish that because you were behaving like a child and throwing your toys at the cot, is it because you were drunk?
Is it because you were drunk? Yeah. So she's the new Nunku in the group.
She is the new Nunku.
From last season.
Nunku was this Jojo, and now Jojo is this Nunku. But again, I feel like
she just didn't accept it.
It is time for Jojo to go off the show, which I am glad that she's not coming back in this season. I feel like too many toys have been thrown off the cot, and she doesn't want to be told that she's wrong. She doesn't want to see another side to anything. So nothing more to say.
Nothing more to say.
Bye, girl.
And again, girl, you will handle the next segment because I personally don't know what to think.
The dinner or the lunch or whatever it was that Nunko had with her family and the kids and the boyfriend and well, I just feel like there's so many questions about this guy that she personally doesn't have answers to. She's blank about. Yeah. So involving other people in now way, you still have so many things that you can't answer is trouble. She can't answer what her man does. She doesn't know what her man does, but she's saying she's ready to introduce this guy to her family,
which she did.
I think last week she had a conversation with Umbali and Slee. And I think Umbali mostly said, you must understand that once you introduce the man to your life, with the kid's life, that there will be things that you do with the kids that it doesn't approve of. Are you ready for somebody else to be another parent?
To discipline your kids.
And she's not.
First of all, you know you don't want to marry this man.
Yeah.
So what's the purpose of inviting, oh, you're saying you don't want to get married, or you're not sure if you want to
Yeah.
get married, why would you then invite him and introduce him to your kids and your mom? I don't understand. Also, this person has a criminal record by his own, so he's said this on camera that he has a criminal record. We don't know what it is. I see on the Twitter streets and on Facebook people are speculating about what it's about. Because we don't have facts, I'm not going to be saying it. But that in and itself is just dangerous. I don't know if I'm comfortable with this. Like, why would you do this?
I just feel like even with her daughter asking a question, how long have you been dating this guy? Answer. And then she tells her daughter in the morning that the guy is coming, which means you are telling your kids that they have no right and they have no opinions. They must just take it, instead of letting them know prior that, listen, I'm thinking of introducing this guy, what do you think? And then take it from there.
You haven't even had a conversation to say, I'm dating somebody. How would you feel about mom dating? How would that look like for you? What would be your expectations? All of those things, as much
Which is
as
irrational. I don't know if it's about the car that she feels pressure, or she feels it's the show, or she feels like she has been dating for so long, now she feels under pressure to make certain decisions, or because she's been celibate for long, now she feels like it's questionable now, because so you stopped okay, there was a point where he said, when I started being celibate, and then the guy came along. So did you
actually get to
stay
a point where you were celibate?
Because you said the guy came along. So are you saying the guy came along and then you stopped? Are you saying you stopped now? What are you saying?
RD is a different kind of man if he can only be dating somebody for 2 months and buy them a car. That's all I'm gonna say.
And then the question is, when's on? Okay. Bamba. Yeah, haslisha.
Is it fair, guys, to ask that question? What do you do for a living?
I think it is fair. Especially mhlawumbe ngeke sinibuzane mhlawumbe nina magazi anibuzane emasabhabsini that's it mhlawumbe thina nje sifuna elokishini ugayi uyambuza wenzani because mhlawumbe uyisigebengu mhlawumbe ushaya round. You must know what do you do. Ungaze ulele ngo 2 o'clock phone calls, baby gilayiwe prison. You must know that this is what he does. And then I feel like guys do this a lot. In general, they want you to be in this relationship without being honest. It's like a guy telling you, I want to be with you, but they're not telling you they have a girlfriend, right? So they're tricking into the relationship. Well, the truth is, and I feel like, tell me the whole truth and then give me the chance to decide what I want to do about it, because then at the end of the day, guy turns around and says, then what you gonna say? And I feel like Kunuku sat there like a duck.
I think she knew those things.
She doesn't know.
I think she knew. That's why she didn't say anything. I think she knew everything he was saying. I think she knows what he does for a living. Because if you are dating somebody and somebody says to you, here's a car. If you know your man and you like, you know how much he earns or whatever, what he does for a living, you might not know specifically what he earns. But if some guy comes and he gives you a car, you will want to know whether this is real or not, because what if you can't afford a car? Like, what if I'm dating somebody?
I feel like can't answer a lot of questions.
No, she knows. I think that guy has told her everything. The same way he's transparent with everyone on camera. She knows. I believe it. But anyway, guys, we shall see what happens in the next episode.
Yep.
And yeah, let's hold out for that, guys. Thank you so much for watching the videos, for subscribing, and commenting and all of that. We are gunning for 1,000 followers, and we're gonna have some sort of competition regarding that. And we're gonna have a random raffle. So we'll see, guys. We'll let you guys know. And thank you to everybody that's following the Instagram page. But to get a full view of all the videos, you will need to go onto YouTube, and you can find the link on our bio. Just click that link and it will take you to the videos. You can binge watch our other videos about other seasons as well. So yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed the review, and we shall see you next week. Bye.